conversation
Well,
here.
I thank the gentleman. I was noticing as I looked at the chart that outlines the 53 different departments, agencies, and new programs that are in this bill that there's at least one box missing. Can you tell me where the box for litigation reform is?
Oh, litigation reform box. It's got to be here somewhere. Could it possibly be forgotten?
Not there.
Well, see,
It's not here.
This is the problem. I have had these town hall meetings, not just in August. I started back in June on the subject of health reform and saw all the people coming out in my district, not to organize, but coming out as individuals. And one of the first things they said to me, and actually I did a little test later on when I held some of my town hall meetings, I didn't mention litigation reform, and immediately people jumped on me and said, why didn't you talk about litigation reform? Well, I happen to think, having experienced medical malpractice litigation while I was practicing law, mostly defending doctors
You're
and
admitting
hospitals.
to being a lawyer here on the floor.
Well,
I appreciate that.
I was on the right side in most of
self-deprecating-
those cases. And I listened to what the people at home said, and they were saying they thought that we were wasting a good deal of money adding to the total cost of health care because of frivolous lawsuits. And now that has been borne out by study after study after study talking about the billions, tens of billions of dollars in which we are wasting dollars because we have frivolous lawsuits. And there are ways of dealing with that, but I have noted that it is not in the bill that came out of Energy and Commerce. It is not in the bill that came out of Ways and Means. It is not in the bill that came out of the other committee here in the House. It is not in the bill that came out of the Senate Finance Committee. It is not in the bill that came out of the Help Committee on the Senate side. In other words, it's not in any of the bills that we're going to deal with. And that prompts this question. What happened to August? Did August actually occur? Did those town halls come together? Was that imaginary? Or, like the President did in his speech to us, are we to forget about it or pretend it didn't occur? That can we forget about the possibility that litigation reform may be an essential part of bringing the overall cost down and produce better medicine because defensive medicine, that is unnecessary tests, will not be done. And so I again ask the gentleman, are you aware of litigation reform being a part of any of the bills that have come through the committees in the House or the Senate or part of that display that you have before you?